My name is Jeffrey, and I play Mariadoc Stark, who is a dwarven cleric.
I'm Brendan. I'm playing Regolith and Perry, a half-moon elf sorcerer.
I'm Dorothy. I'm playing Elodie, who is a half-elf bard.
I'm Corey. I play Harry Perchance, the air quotes wizard.
I am Trevor. I am the GM for this 13-page campaign.
It appears that there's 3 of us today.
It's 6.
I didn't get any emails, so...
Yep.
So when last we met, you guys landed in the pool of water in the center of Fort Lear, and you found that what you thought were orcs that had been swimming in the pool in the middle were actually troglodytes, swamp-like lizardy creatures who smell absolutely foul.
Okay.
Eventually you managed to slay them all. While Isabel was looting one of the bodies, she spotted a opening to a cavern at the bottom of the pool. Exploring around down there, they found a big metal door, which was padlocked shut. Isabel failed to pick the lock on it. Okay. A sturdy dwarven lock. Perry attempted to work some experimental acid magic on the door, botched, and triggered an effect that 1,000 pounds of non-living material near you vanishes. So the door and much of the structure around it disappeared abruptly. For just a split second, they saw on the other side air, at which point the lake began draining.
Oh god.
Into the mines.
Oh god.
Perry managed to get himself wedged between a buttress and a wall, and Isabel clung on for dear life as an entire lake's worth of water washed through the mines. They explored around in there for quite a while as the rest of the party curiously followed the receding water down the spiraling pit mine.
I'm just glad I was midair.
That just means there's nothing for you to land in.
No, there's nothing for me to land in. Plenty of things for me to land on. Like, other party members.
Indeed. You guys collectively explored around in the base of the mines for quite a few hours. After exploring around through the stripped bare and heavily waterlogged tunnels that looked like they once contained many people's living quarters. Perhaps monsters, which are now washed away somewhere down there.
That's fine.
Forming their own little dungeon in the mines. You guys returned topside, at which you found 4 bugbears and a hobgoblin. Some sort of hobgoblin commander were waiting around outside, apparently coming to investigate the mysteriously empty lake.
Okay.
You guys got into a fight with them, took them down. I believe we basically left it off there.
Okay.
Anyway,
Dear God.
at around this point, unconscious body of Regolith plummets out of the sky without warning, landing on Doc, Elodie, and Isabel, crunching up to the ground and knocking them all unconscious. Regolith gets up, apparently having woken up.
Well then, what'd I land on? Feels soft. Oh, they're my friends.
Always there to pitch.
Okay.
Where were you?
I don't know. So I think you kicked me in the face and somehow activated my abilities of flight. And now I've landed on people. Our friends.
I should point out, from your recollection, you don't actually remember being kicked in the face. You remember being flung up into the air. Then you remember your flying ability triggering. Then 4 hours passed.
Yep.
In which you remember nothing. And then you woke up here.
I had the most awesome dream. I was rolling around in a pile of money. Like Scrooge McDuck.
Then I remember that gold is hard.
Yeah. And it's not good to
Tried
do
to
that.
dive into it, and then I shattered all of my bones.
And
then I woke up here.
Perfect.
I'm going to go to the poor, hapless 3 that got...
I'm just gonna check their pulses.
They're alive.
Okay, good.
Mostly.
You just look like they have a few concussions
we're going to need a place...
at the same time.
Okay, this is not...
Is there a storeroom nearby?
You're in the middle of a pit.
Damn it.
So,
Oh yeah?
Is there just like... Is there like...
would you like to walk out?
Is there
In
like...
some ways.
Is there like a place where they dump the what they've dug out? What do you call those? Just the piles?
You don't see any kicking around here.
Okay,
Then again, this was a lake a minute ago.
That's
Well,
true.
4 hours ago.
Okay, I'll take Isabel.
I should point out it's like the middle of the night right now. I take
No.
a cloak that I have, and I shove the three of them into a corner, right? And I just go, sleep. Just, I'll put a blanket, put the cloak over them. Go, shh, don't make a sound. They'll wake up soon enough. And I take a note, and they go, sorry about that. Landed on you guys. We'll be right back.
I should point out, the only one who would probably be difficult to carry is Doc. This is plate armor.
Yeah.
Elodie is a scrawny little half-elf, and Isabel is a half.
I could try to.
They don't weigh much.
I could try to animate his armor.
Oh god.
You could indeed.
Go ahead and do that. I'll be over here. Can I grab Doc's shield and
Yes.
then put Isabel and Elodie behind me, right? And just shield up.
I'm just going to take this out now. I feel it might become relevant. Give me an intelligence check.
19 on the die.
Hey, that's
Hey.
not garbage.
I'll add it up. Add homebrew wizardry to that, right? Okay, that is.
It works. It's fine. Unless your modifier is negative something, it's going to work.
Negative 10.
Alright. Doc's body abruptly sits up and stands up. And you hear from inside.
Alright. I'll have Doc 2.0 carry Elodie. Tom, can you carry Isabel? Don't worry. She's like tiny.
You can probably just tie her down to your pack and you'll be okay.
Yeah. I'll just, some ropes and just try to make it comfortable.
Yeah,
Tom.
you can carry Izzy. If there's one thing Tom can do, it's carry large, heavy amounts of crap.
My bad, guys. Hey, Tom. He just grumbles at me.
He's not talking to you.
Yeah. Goddamn sorcerers.
Goddamn bad guy. Shot me in the back.
Okay. Now I believe we're going towards the library.
Okay. Right. Okay.
We are like around here.
Yeah, you're somewhere in there.
Okay. Yeah, well,
So, how steep are
I
these?
guess...
They're about 20 feet each.
So do I see any, like moving light sources? Like a torch? Potentially
Up
being
on the
carried?
walls here and there, you'll see
Yeah.
a couple of lights wobbling along.
Okay.
Most of them are moving quite erratically.
So, like,
I'm not going to activate
Well, they're not moving
any
quickly.
sort of lights.
so, like, would it take an hour or two to go around this?
Yeah, maybe an hour or so.
There's no point in... Just don't climb, just walk. It's both stealthier and safer. Especially since we're carrying our friends.
Well, burning daylight, we already wasted 4 hours on
Nightlight.
Nightlight, we're burning like already. Burned
You're
like
burning
4
cover
hours
of
on
darkness.
But that's fine, because all we really need cover of darkness
It's
for
about 3 in
is
the morning.
outside. We can probably get to the one of the doors.
You could
by
probably get
daylight.
up to any of the towers by
By
about
daybreak.
sunrise.
Yeah, so we'll be okay. Because once we're indoors, it's indoors.
Plus, you ever known an orc to wake up early in the morning?
Yeah, that's true.
Especially ones that are in a city that previously was occupied by a bunch of dwarves and is full of booze.
Yeah.
So my best judgment
We were in a tower of full of
is
drunk people
that
anyways.
in a place full of orcs, the library is going to be the place where there's going to be the least of them.
Yes. So let's
Quite
do that.
possible.
We will do that. So we work our way to the library.
Alright. As you're walking up
God.
the spiraling climb,
Just realized the stealth check on the dwarf is gonna be horrendous. There's no such thing as stealth. We're not,
for the autonomous walking suit of armor,
Yeah.
no, it just fails stealth automatically. Kung, 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 kung. Steve vents out of the side of it.
yeah, for no reason.
Its eyes are glowing for no reason.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So we'll do that.
Note to self, do not hit springy table.
Okay.
As you climb up, you go past the level where the water of the lake was previously, and walking up here, all of you can roll me a wisdom check. Perception kind of thing.
20.
Roll a 20 on the
You
die.
both rolled well. Alright. You notice as you're shuffling your feet along, walking, trying to be sneaky, you kick up some of the dust and dirt here. You, Regolith, notice that all of this stuff looks like volcanic ash that you're sort of kicking around on the dirt here. And Perry, you actually at one point kicking through, you kick what looks like a bone, like a very blackened, burnt bone, out of some of the dust. Kicking around a bit more, you can find more of a body, and then another body, another one. It looks like there were several people who probably burned to death in here.
Could have
They
been.
look dwarven in shape.
Many of them look dwarven. The vast majority of them, though, look more like goblins and orcs.
Ah, I see. I see.
I think this is where they disposed of bodies, maybe.
Oh, this is dwarves we're talking about here.
Dwarves usually bury their dead.
Yeah, not like this,
I'm gonna-
right?
No, they bury them in tombs.
Can I put both my hands to the ground and try to sense for like any kind of underground activity, like just like any kind of rumblings?
And try and Tonto this?
Yeah, like
Sure.
dead bones. I can talk to their spirits.
Spirits, yes. I thought you meant you were like just listening at the ground
No,
and trying
no.
to hear like pubs working. Like, it's not gonna work.
Maybe 17, 21, 23.
Yep, you can feel, definitely there's feelings of spirits and departed souls here.
Do they seem angry?
A lot of them seem angry. Most of them seem in pain.
Interesting. I'm gonna try and call one of the dwarves up.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna continue moving. Sorry. All right,
Ruin
so
all my fun, why don't you?
I realized potentially summoning an angry dwarf or a dwarf in pain would initiate either some yelling or screaming of pain.
What did you get total on your roll there for spirits anyway?
23.
Yeah, I'll say that's high enough that you realize it's not physical pain they're feeling. It's actually
Okay.
a pain of betrayal.
Okay. I'll summon one.
The orc spirits are in angry pain.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Screw all you guys.
I'm not gonna summon an orc. I'll bring up one of the dwarves. Hopefully a nicer one.
Okay. Roll me a flat saving throw.
Yeah. 14. Yay.
Alright. You get one that's potentially helpful.
Yes.
You call up a spirit of Helia Shin Kicker,
Oh, good.
who is a dwarven battle ranger. And she says, What? Where are we?
Whoa, okay.
Where's the enemy? Point me at him.
Whoa, calm down.
She's wearing spiky armor.
So, my name is Regolith. I am.
Fascinating. Where's the enemy?
Well, they've actually overrun this fortress,
Damn it!
and
Happens every time.
I have some bad information for you. You're actually dead.
I know that.
I don't know. You just seem to be actively looking for enemies to fight when you're already
yeah.
dead. You're already dead. But okay, so
I'm still here, aren't I? I can still hit stuff, maybe. I don't know. I haven't tried yet. Here for a second.
no, actually no. Punch one of the knocked out friends of mine if you need to, but please don't. What I'd like to ask is, I got a weird sense of it seemed like pain from you guys. Kind of felt like somebody stabbed you guys in the back.
Varric bastard.
Varric.
Yeah, he was the chief engineer here. He was in charge of the lava fall defense.
Mhm.
He ordered everyone to evacuate when the walls were crumbling down. And he fucking threw the thing before we were out.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So he burned you alive then.
Yeah, and he knew damn well he was doing it too.
Yeah. Interesting. So he didn't seem like he was under mind control. Because we met a few people like that.
No, he knew exactly what he was doing.
Okay.
He's trying to kill all of us, the bastard.
Well, we're actually
Went out of
here.
his way to make sure all his stupid friends were out of here first.
We're actually here under the order of Forge.
Forge is the city you left, yes.
Yeah. We're under the under the order of the Forge Council. We're here to actually retake this fortress.
Oh, did the Ironhaunts hire you?
Yes. Do you know them?
Fairly well.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Well,
Does this
yeah.
dwarf look like an Ironhaunt?
She does not.
Yeah. We're actually here to.
They're a decent lot.
Good. Glad to hear that. Well, we're here to. We're gonna try and clear out all these orcs, and we're gonna reestablish this fortress so that we can use it in the war against the orcs.
Yeah, good. Good.
What would you say is the best approach to getting to the fortress so that we can just slowly eliminate the enemy? And I say slowly because there's not many of us.
Yeah, 3 of us are
Well,
just
I've been poking around about it in here, and I can tell you that for the most part, most of the orcs don't really want to be here.
Interesting.
Most of the orcs already left. What's
Okay.
left kicking around is mostly goblins, bugbears and whatnot.
Okay. And goblins tend to be paranoid and scared, right?
Yeah. Goblins are cowardly, yeah.
So, interesting. I
I
might...
tell you that the only reason most of them haven't left yet is Kraga.
Okay.
Kraga is this big four-armed troll woman. She's taken over the fort and started running it as her own little company. She's got an associate. What's his name? Don't remember his name. He's the only other orc left in the fort. He's some kind of fire mage.
Okay.
Usually hangs out in the forges.
Okay. Where does she tend to hang out?
Oh, she hangs out where the old city planning office is. She found the big imperial scepter, and she's been using it as a club.
Okay.
Using it to smack underlings and whatnot. She holds court there most days.
Wait, where's the forge again? Which tower?
The smelter forges?
Yes.
She will tell you the forges aren't in the towers.
Oh, okay.
She'll tell you if you go up around here, there's actually a couple of doors leading into mining tunnels, which lead into the ore refineries and forges. The towers themselves are mostly residences for the hobnobby types.
Yeah. So, would you say that the best plan of action would be to take out her underling and then go after Kraga herself? So that, and then we could probably, after doing that, we could probably convince the rest of the goblins to leave.
I can tell you, if you manage to kill Kraga, if you just picked up her head and showed it to pretty much any old person in this here fort, except maybe that pyromancer dude, they'd probably just go running from you.
Okay.
They call her Kraga the Invincible.
Oh, okay, that's good.
They're all terrified of her.
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
Personally, I think they just call her that because she's a regenerating troll.
Yeah. But, it's a good point. She is quite tough.
The only reason she's on good terms with that orc guy, and listens to anything he has to say, is because he throws fire around.
Right.
Trolls don't like fire,
Right.
They also don't like acid, right?
No, they do not.
Okay. So,
So how much are the haunts paying you for this, anyway?
I don't remember.
They're not paying you anything.
Oh,
They gave you a magic shield. But
Right.
they aren't actually the ones who hired you.
right. The city actually hired us.
Oh?
We're the Dwarven Council, at least. Overall. It's
Huh.
part of the war effort. So we're actually doing this out of the good of our hearts.
To each his own, I guess. I like money personally.
Some of us got paid
Good.
in magic items.
That's always fun.
Yeah. So, anything you want to ask?
You know any decent secret passages that'll get us to the library quicker?
How would you want to go to the library?
Because I imagine that if there's any place that no orcs would be the library and would make a good foothold.
Well, I mean,
But we're not really trying to do that. We're actually trying to just assassinate people. Specifically, the Fire Mage and then Kraga.
Pyro Boy's been sending people into the library to read books all the time.
Oh, really?
There's goblins going into there at all hours.
Okay. So let's not do that.
You need to go get a book.
Could we ask you to actually scout out for us a little bit? Just a little bit ahead of us to give us some
what's
fair
in it for
warning?
me?
What do you need?
I want a body.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, if we can find a suit of armor
does it have to
that
be
you
permanent?
could, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Could we bind your soul to a suit of armor?
I don't know. Can you?
I'm sure one of us could. And if we could do that, would you be okay with just that? You'd be relatively safe.
I mean, I've
You're just
already
armor.
encountered something kind of like that, so...
Oh no. I'd prefer to be able to eat stuff. I like eating stuff.
Okay, how about this? What if we don't kill Kraga, but severely wound her to the point of near death?
I want to be in a troll.
Oh. I don't know, I thought you'd like that. You're super strong and ginormous and could destroy things.
Point. These orcs probably wouldn't see me coming.
Yeah, you could go undercover and just... You'd probably lose against the king. Or king, though. No offense.
Not my body.
Yeah.
What do I care?
That's true. Maybe we could do that.
Serious behind enemy lines espionage.
And,
I like it.
and your name would go down in history among the Dwarven halls.
You're right.
We would bring that word back.
Promise you leave out the troll part of the story.
Sure. You were so cunning. You managed to trick all orcs into thinking you were one of them. Somehow.
Sure, just make that shit up as you go.
Yeah. Cool. We'll do that.
Now, this one right here.
I wonder if I could soul rip someone.
It's like the hung on the shoulder. She's a bard. She wakes up,
She'll sing a
take
song.
care of it.
She'll make a song.
Alright.
I wonder if I can punch someone like Kali Ma
She says
style.
that she wants at least 15 stanzas.
Okay. We'll set her right to that.
Alright. She goes, damn, I should have asked for 30.
I wonder if I could like punch someone Kali Ma style, rip out their current soul, so that it's an empty vessel, and then just like go.
You can try.
I will definitely try that. That would be badass. First, I'm gonna have to channel Azazel like crazy though. All right, sounds good. That's a plan. So yeah, if you could just like help lead us to the fire mage so we could take him out real quick, so that we don't have to deal with him in the big fight against Kraga.
No, she'll tell you that looking at your unconscious buddy, she goes, I don't know if you want to go up against that guy with two of you.
Okay. How about this then? Is there anybody in the merchant tower? Like any big guys, or just like your regular old goblins, just a few?
Most of those chumps tend to hang out in the old Spitting Maw Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the whole tower is essentially one big brewery. They've been raiding it pretty thoroughly as long as they've been here. If you're looking for the most empty tower, that'd be the old brothel.
Okay.
Some of them converted it into a bunkhouse.
Yeah.
But, if you go in there during the day, there's not usually many of them hanging around. They tend to go in there at night and sleep.
Right.
Libraries get goblins running in and out of it all the time. They mostly left the temple alone, I think. They smash most of the stuff in there, but they don't really hang out in there much.
Okay.
The old gambling hall's full of booze, too. They're in there all the time. City planning is where you're going to find
Kraga.
McBitch Pants.
Yep. Okay. Well.
I'd say your best bet is the old temple.
I say let's head for the temple, because there's a couple things we could do there. And all I'd really ask of you is keep us posted on the location of Kraga and the fire mage guy. That's all I really need to know.
I can try. I can't teleport though, so.
Yeah, just, phase through walls or whatever you do.
Yeah.
This small. He is a dwarf-sized ghost.
Yeah.
He doesn't shrink.
You can't squeeze through a hole or something.
She can
I'm a
phase.
ghost. Why would I squeeze through a hole?
When she
I
can...
demonstrate the wormhole.
No. It's just like, no. No.
Okay, well, we'll be headed to the horde, or the merchant tower.
Horde? This is about a horde.
Sorry, I used the wrong word. I meant the horde of merchant districts.
Get a charisma check on that one. Bluff pants.
15, 19. Can I add fingerprints?
Yep.
23.
Alright, she believes your outlandishly terrible lie. and believes that you in fact misspoke and are not talking about looting everything.
What are you talking about? You're crazy. Alright, yeah, so we'll be headed there. And if I ever need to contact you, I'll do the same thing I just did.
Alright, I guess. Oh, one other thing. If you're going into the library, you probably want to stay clear of the old restricted archives.
Why is that?
It's the Ironhaunt set them up. It's their sort of their personal mage library kind of thing. They got it warded up pretty good though.
Okay.
Harry currently beaming at the moment, eyes twinkling in the blood flowing.
Yeah, just like, okay,
Wait,
yeah.
that would be more off by now, right?
No, not necessarily.
No, you're still bleeding out of the face.
Oh.
You will stop when I decide it's not funny anymore.
So I'm assuming like the goblins and such haven't really raided that part of the library then yet.
I've tried.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. Well,
A lot of dead goblins over there.
we'll figure it out.
Most of the time I spend, I hang around out there, wait till they try again. It's hilarious.
Yeah. It'd be fun to watch people just die over it. Be good.
Oh, they're goblins.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. So yeah, we'll be headed to the horde. God damn it.
Make another bluff check. This one at -5.
God damn it.
What is he doing?
He keeps mentioning there's a horde over here that want to get
This time, it's one better than last time, so whatever. 16, 20, 24, 19.
You still manage it.
Yes. Yes. Talking out my bum.
It's because it says horde on the map.
Yes. The merchant district.
It's not even a merchant district. It's a temple.
That's the temple.
Whatever.
Temple of money.
So we're heading in that direction again?
Yeah.
I suppose?
Going up more of the spirals, you can eventually find. You get up here, you can shuffle along adjacent to the wall, and you can find a door that leads into that.
I was gonna say I'd like to shuffle against the wall so that I maintain as much cover as I can, even though it's doesn't matter.
You hear trumping footsteps wandering around on top of the wall. Clank, clank, clank.
Right, 4 beer. All right.
A blob of spit misses you just barely.
Dex check.
Not necessary.
Okay, yeah. So we go to the temple. Was there anything that we need to look for in the temple?
Not that you know about.
Okay.
There was the merchant supposedly left his hoard.
Yeah. All right.
You don't know about what else.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So you slip your way into the temple. It's a big sort of hexagonally laid out tower. It's got balconies up on the walls that point down into a central room which has another big altar. Everything in here has sort of very rigid geometric patterns to it. There's a big symbol of dwarven god Morgan on the pedestal in the front. It looks like the dwarven symbol has been almost completely scraped off, probably with a chisel of some kind, and paint has been smeared all over everything in various orcish symbols, which you can translate some of them as various rude graffiti. A couple of them are iconography of various works.
okay.
Toward the back, you can see at the altar, you can see they've knocked everything off of it and they've thrown a big cloth over it, which they've painted the symbol of Megalobia on it, which is a goblin deity.
Yeah.
Sitting around the altar, there's a couple of goblins, and there's another taller goblin holding the staff, waving it around, yelling at them. And you're sort of quietly peering in at this at the door.
Can we tell the automatron to stay still for a bit?
Command acknowledged! Echoes across the room. All the goblins glance over in your direction. I said he automatically fails stealth checks.
David. All right.
The goblin lady with the staff pokes one of the other goblins and goes, points over at the door. That goblin goes, poke. Eventually he gets up, starts walking over.
I stand behind the dwarven automatron
Okay.
and prepare a fist of punching to the face with energy.
Wait, hold on. Goblins are relatively small.
Yep.
I prepare a potato sack.
A burlap sack.
Yes.
Alright.
We're gonna wait until the goblin turns the corner.
No, let me punch first, and then just so I can guarantee I won't set it aflame
Alright.
with my punching.
A goblin wanders around the corner. He's actually not looking really where he's going. He's looking at his feet, shuffling them, kicking them on the ground, muttering under his breath. He glances up just as notices you and goes, his eyes sort of get wide, makes an attack roll.
16 on the dice. That would be 24 versus physical defense.
Alright, you punch him so hard, he sails backwards into the sack Perry has open head first. He just closes it. You now have an unconscious goblin in a bag.
Okay, now, I got a great idea, Perry. Ghost sound. Do you know Goblin?
Not super well.
Can you say me no see nothing? In Goblin.
One thing you do know about goblin is that when goblins talk in common, they talk in that sort of me not like you, you big jerk. That's because they don't know common very well. They don't sound dumb in goblin.
Then do that.
Yeah, they don't fuck up the grammar of their own language.
Then say it.
It's very important you not fuck up grammar in goblin either.
Say it in common, and then go. They'll be like, "Why are you speaking common?" Me no.
Better idea.
Practicing.
Better idea. It might be easier if just a loud, casual goblin burp. That might be just enough to just
To quell their suspicions.
yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm
mean,
okay with that.
No one would just burp. Like
All right.
that. They would be screaming.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna.
You don't need to roll to generate a burp.
Okay.
Oh, where?
The other goblins just sort of looking over the door. One of them goes, "Arr." The other ones chuckle slightly. Go back to looking at the goblin lady with the stick.
All right.
Yell at him again.
Okay.
Waving her stick.
Now I think what we have to do is you have to run in there and just start shooting. Like I think that's our only option, man.
Well, we are in a temple and there's an altar. Is this deity the kind that would get mad for impersonation?
Which deity? The dwarven one or the goblin one?
The goblin one or whatever it
The
says.
goblin one will get mad at you for killing goblins.
Ah,
Second of all, good luck impersonating a goblin deity, specifically because they probably speak in goblin.
well, I don't think they would actually speak. It would be more like symbology and stuff.
That's true.
What do I know about this deity?
Roll me an intelligence check.
16 on the die.
I'm glad we're rolling well.
23.
Maglibiad Blood Spear. It's a goblin deity of personal vengeance and pride of the goblin race.
Pride.
Mostly what you know about him is that he reviles anything that's not a goblin, and that he is generally kicked around by other larger gods, much as real goblins are kicked around by larger creatures. And his central tenet is that you can't let a slight go unanswered.
Slight.
Like an insult or someone screwing you over.
Ah.
Vengeance is very much his jam.
I think we should. Okay. I don't think.
Goblins are known to keep basically lists of people that they hate. As like sort of a grudge list.
I honestly don't think the goblin deity is the type to directly interfere with anything. So if we go in there, guns blazing,
Deities in general don't directly interfere with
that
stuff.
is very true.
I was just thinking I might be able to get this out of the way without causing conflict.
Okay.
I mean, the goblins, they'll just run away, get recalled.
Can I see them right now?
If you peer around the corner, you can sort of see them.
Okay.
If you look for too long, they might notice you.
And
Never
use
mind.
a stone saw and ring right out of the corner. It might be harder.
Okay, you know what?
There you go.
You do what you will. We'll wing it after that, depending on what happens. It's how we usually do things. Hasn't failed us yet. Completely. While he's doing that, though, I'm getting my laser eyes ready.
There are only 4 of them. There were 5, but one of them's in a bag.
I got it. Okay, I'm gonna do some magic, right? I'm going to animate some drawing in red, and there'll be like, this picture of a goblin, and then a circle slowly go around it, and then stop right around there, so it looks like as if the goblin is inside a bag.
What are you drawing this on?
On the paper that's on the cloth that's on the altar.
Okay.
Right. So while they're affixed on that, we'll sneak over, and then once it finishes,
Okay, more burlap sacks I don't think will work, but you can go ahead and try that.
I've only got so many sacks, man.
Yeah.
Also, there's 4 of them and 2 of you.
oh, I thought there was only 3.
No, there was 5 total,
There's 5 total.
including the one we just burlapped.
Okay, no, that won't work.
So I think we should go in, start.
There are 3 normal goblins and a shaman looking.
Yeah. If we take out the shaman goblin, we can probably do quite a bit in terms of intimidation. Also, we have an automatron here who can tell it to go, raw, destroy goblin.
Hey Perry, you feel a tugging on the sort of the hem of your robe?
Oh, god damn it.
It's Goblin One Eye.
No.
This-
I found you. Oh, what are you doing here? I thought you were running off somewhere.
I came back here to sleep.
Oh,
I had to sleep something off.
oh.
My head hurt a lot.
I was gonna ask. How did you digest all that ale?
Digest? Does that mean puke?
Okay. Sure.
Not much of a steak.
Sure. That works. That is a form of digestion, I guess. Good on you.
He's sort of hiding behind Perry, wait for you, peeking in occasionally.
I'll
I
go
look to my burlap stack.
away.
I hand it to you.
Yeah. Do I feel any, like,
Hold this.
is it, like, just dead still in there?
And still,
Okay.
there's a couple. Occasionally, there's some
Punch.
sticks.
Yeah, no, it's
Smack. Like, just
no.
Now I'm all good and stuff, right? I'm on your side and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think those goblins in there will think the same thing.
Why not? You awesome guy. Give
Yeah,
me beer.
I'm an awesome guy,
No
but
one ever gives goblins beer. Beer to sell t-shirts.
I mean, here's the thing. First time he ever got beer, he got a little too much.
how?
And yet he hasn't learned.
What's the closest source of beer?
Both of those are full of beer.
That's a little far.
All right. This is the plan. Okay, I'm going to get a barrel.
Any number of you might conceivably have alcohol on you too.
I rifle
Doc.
through the dwarf's
Yeah,
inventory.
you could rifle through Doc's personal supply. He might kill you later.
I'll just.
He won't hear
back or
this.
something.
Goblin stole it.
Then he'd go on a vendetta quest. Yes, you find out what appears to be a bottle of very fine ale.
Oh god.
It's got like a wax seal on it. It's like dated like 20 odd years ago.
Right. So I'll be take
am
this
I still
to.
good?
It says somewhere on the back of the label written on there is something written in Dwarven which you can't quite figure out. Looks like it was written on by hand though.
I'm gonna chime in and be like, maybe you shouldn't. Just saying, man. Look at that thing.
Is there any other liquor in there?
No. Here's just quickly turn around. Hey, no, quick. I got it. Quickly turn around and just make something look exactly like it. And then don't give Doc the fake. Don't do that.
I'll be right back. I gather one of my ordinary looking bottles.
The crazy guy, are you?
No, he can come with me.
Totally murder me.
He can come with me.
I swear I will not.
Lies too. Big fat liar.
I'm holding this burlap sack.
I would never hurt a goblin.
Whack.
Smash. Pay no attention to that sound.
I'm going to
That sounds
quickly.
like Goblin Skull.
I'm going to quickly sneak over here.
These are actually quite distant.
Yeah, just like, yeah, you just hide
It
around the
would
corner.
take like 20 minutes to walk.
Yeah,
Okay, never mind.
just turn your back and just like rifle around with something. Pretend you're just.
What do I have?
Just grab it. You have an ordinary bottle, right? You can, or you just grab a rock and make it look like it. Rock would be heavy enough.
I'm going to concoct something.
Turn the goblin into one.
Let's see.
Just like, thump.
Okay, so
No, turn the burlap sack into a burlap sack of booze. That's a joke. Don't do that.
He's suggesting you polymorph the goblin in the bag into alcohol. Which is a terrifying thought.
Again, a joke. Do not do that. Goblin ale will not taste good. This just needs to satisfy enough for distraction, dude. Don't overthink it.
okay, so I'm going to try to make the bottle look like the same as the dwarfs,
Okay.
and then I'm going to fill a little bit with healing potion, so that way it will feel awesome to drink. Right? And
You're making a healing potion shandy.
Yep. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to take the car battery. Right?
Okay.
And I'm going to drip some of the acid into it.
Oh, dear God. Dear God.
Okay. That will make it taste somewhat sour.
They don't know what ale tastes like except for
Oh,
ale.
yeah.
I'm going to take the scorpion stinger that I got a long time back,
Yep.
and I'm going to crack it open, take the venom gland, right, and squeeze the rest of it in there.
Alright.
Close it, give it a good shake.
Hilariously, this might not actually be a bad approximation. You You've got something that will make you feel happy and lazy.
Yep.
And you've got something that will make you feel lethargic and sick.
And burn.
He's not putting much acid in it, though.
Just a little
Like,
It'll.
if you actually taste acid, they just taste really sour.
Okay. I mean,
Like, he's diluting it pretty heavily. It's
Put
not going to
gasoline.
erode their intestines.
put gasoline in there. Just.
Just let it, yes.
Alright. Alright. So, torque it, and, alright.
So you've used up your venom stinger,
Yeah.
and you've broken your car battery.
So is there enough poison in there that'll kill him?
I don't know. Do you want there to be?
I mean, you did milk an entire poison gland.
I will say it's up to you.
One Eye is a good resource.
Tell him
Best
not to drink it.
Not, he'll be fine. But
All right, then he'll roll a save against you being his friend.
it's liquor. It does that, right?
Yes, hostile actions by you or an ally. Withholding booze.
All right. Yeah. Don't make it lethal.
It's not gonna be hostile. As far as they know.
No. What I mean is, if you tell One Eye not to drink any, I would construe that as a hostile action. Refusing to give him beer.
Alright, so why don't you go with your goblin friends, run off somewhere and hide and get wasted? Does that sound good to you?
Why do you have to run off to hide?
Well, you don't want any of the orcs to find it, do you?
Ooh, you're right. One Eye will wander around the corner and start chattering something in Goblin. The other Goblin spotted him. The Goblin lady with the staff points at him and starts yelling at him.
He left
Wait
his post at
vigorously.
the tower. I'm assuming is the bad thing.
Possibly. I don't know.
I'm assuming.
One Eye looks like sort of acting like kind of sheepish and shy, like sort of apologetic, and then all of a sudden he goes
Magic trick.
and pulls out a bottle, and they're all just like, their eyes get really big. The priestess lady is sort of going like, shaking her head at the other goblins, and all of them just sort of look at her, look over at the bottle, look at her, bottle. She eventually just goes, waves her arm at him. They all essentially mob One Eye as a collective and pick him up and start carrying him out of the room. The goblin lady follows after them, shaking her head like, these idiots. The goblins have wandered off somewhere.
Okay.
Alright.
Now we'll just close the doors, lock them up.
I assume after you go inside.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that would be the most pointless thing ever. Alright, we got him out of the room. Now to seal the room. Well, let's go. Nothing in here.
Yeah, we'll head inside and lock them in wherever they went.
Alright.
Okay.
Jeez. Well played.
So, what are we here for again?
Well, we're looking for the treasure hoard that the merchant hid in here. I can't remember where he told us it was exactly right now.
He specified he hid it. I don't think I told you guys. I just said he told you where it was.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's if you take one of the pews, like where they normally keep like little written scriptures and stuff, one of them is sort of looks broken. The bottom has sort of been cut out as a false bottom you can take out. And there's a bunch of stuff piled up in there.
Okay.
It's his porn stash, isn't it?
There's a lot of porn in there.
Yeah. So first things
Many
first.
copies of Rockhound magazine. A couple of them are vintage.
Goblin
Gobbler
House.
something. That's Gobblers.
Oh, right.
I wrote them down.
Goblin Quarterly. GQ.
Goblin Quarterly. It's a dwarven magazine. It's just goblins being quartered.
Oh god. Oh god. Like each page is a separate quartering.
Exactly.
So, it's just 4 pages.
Each new edition, 4 pages. Okay, so I'll split the treasure with Perry. I'm
What else is there
I'm
besides
willing
the
to
porn?
leave the porn. I leave it there.
There are a couple of healing potions. They don't look standard, though. They're sort of in round flasks. They almost look like a bottle full of like, mist or something. They're quite shiny and pretty.
How many are there?
Five of them.
To closely inspect it.
I'm gonna take
Maybe
2.
give it a sniff.
You actually heard of these? They're essentially a day of rest taken out of
Oh, wow.
somebody and bottled. If you drink them, you get it for the effect of a full healing.
And how quick does this happen?
Instantaneously.
Interesting.
Yep.
I'm gonna take 2.
I also take 2 and stash 1 in.
Actually, sorry, they wouldn't be instantaneous. That would be lost in as hell. Because you'll just use them in the middle of a fight. Confusing as hell. They take about 10 minutes to kick in.
Okay. I put 1 in. You know what? I'm gonna take 1, and I'm gonna take the other one. I'm gonna take the other 2. Put 1 in Doc's sack, right? And take the last one and go, hey Tom, as a show of good faith, here you go.
Okay. Takes it. Holds it close. It's now his only possession in the world.
Sorry.
Oh, aside from his helmet
It's
and...
not poison.
Well, he took 2 of them.
That
So
doesn't mean anything.
I mean,
You know
just-
this guy, right?
I know, but if he drinks it, then you can drink it. Whatever. Also, if you see me drink mine, whatever. So I do that, and yeah, is that it in the horde?
There are also 2 keys on gold chains. You're not sure what on earth they would open. They look like they're dwarven constructed, though.
One of them goes to the door down here. Probably.
Possibly.
Let's find that door.
It's either been atomized or teleported somewhere.
I'll grab one of the keys and just hang it around my neck.
Apart from that, you do find a bag of gems. It's worth about 100 gold worth of gems. Apart from that, you don't find it.
Do you want to split it, Perry? We found nothing in terms of gold. Nothing. Perry, let's split it. No one will ever know.
Take some. Just about...
What you think that this stash might have been, considering it's basically 5 super healing potions, a bunch of gold, and some keys, it seems like maybe it's something meant to be used to get out of here in a hurry.
Ah, his go bag
Yeah.
with porn.
Well, of course. Does your go bag not contain porn?
So imagine these keys go to some sort of secret entrance to get out or something.
Possibly.
There's
Okay.
a door around here that it goes
So
to.
Perry and I split the gold, right?
Huh?
Split the gold,
How much was gold was it?
50 each.
I'll give 25 to Tom. Here's your severance.
Severance.
Whatever the word is.
Hazard
what was
pay.
it?
Hazard.
Hazard pay. Here's your
It's
hazard
like,
pay.
why are you firing Tom?
That was
In the
wrong,
middle.
It was the wrong
In
word.
the middle.
In the middle of the adventure.
It was the
Yeah, I'm
wrong
not
word.
paying you anymore. Piss off. Well, I guess I'll go wander off and die then.
I took you to a fortress overrun with orcs and goblins. Now you're fired.
That was a brain fart in my end. That's not fair. Actually, Perry might actually say that.
You're
Quickly
fired.
correct.
I go. Whoa, what?
No, wrong word. Hazard pay.
Okay. All right. Are you just checking how much hazard pay Tom's gotten over time?
I have not been keeping track of that exactly. He's only ever been paid, I think, twice. Have you actually been deducting gold for him every day?
I haven't been keeping track.
Okay, you're gonna probably... 25 is probably paying off his current wages, actually. Plus a bit.
25 days?
It's been quite a while.
We've been out here for a month?
Not quite. I said his wages plus a bit. Yeah, it took you, I think, a week or 2 to get here. Plus the time you were born. It's been about 20 days since you hired him. A little under that.
So a 20% tip for hazard pay. It's not bad. I mean, considering the hazard.
Considering the hazard, it's pretty sparse, actually.
Yeah. Considering the hazard, including me shooting him in the back.
Yeah,
No.
that's a pretty big hazard.
No. You know, you should give some of your gold for that.
I already gave him a
You gave him
potion.
a healing potion.
Yeah. An awesome healing potion.
Yeah. No, actually, it's selling.
As recompense.
Which he will never return. You demand it back.
Yeah, I don't care.
He will smash it before he gets
That's why I took only one. And I gave the other one to Doc. Because, Doc actually needs his own kind of healing.
Hell that he doesn't get a potion.
Alright, so
Yeah,
is there
nor does
any,
Izzy.
is there any doors within the temple?
I mean,
Has
you only
mysterious-
gave us 5.
I should have just given you one and had it open and affect everybody. That would have been more sensible, but no time. Too late for that now.
No. we're gonna distribute unevenly for no reason whatsoever.
Anyway, other doorways and stuff, you can find this temple is actually very big. There's doorways basically leading off to either direction through here. There's also a trapdoor that looks like it leads down into some sort of section of mining tunnels. Probably, there's a little sign in Dwarven chiseled onto it that says "To Smelt Forge."
So, essentially, if we want to go fight the fire mage, that's where we go.
Okay, so
I'll also say, in this temple, there's like really nice like frescoes of dwarven heroes in battle and stuff like that. Most of them has been smashed by, it looks like, some sort of heavy blunt instrument. One of them has broken through part of the wall, and there's sort of like a space behind it. You can just see a little bit of a hole leading into something beyond.
I'm sorry, can you please repeat that?
There's a fresco.
Uh-huh.
It has been broken. There's a hole in it. You can tell, looking at it, that there is a space on the other side of the fresco.
Ah. So it's a hollow wall.
I look into the hole.
It's dark.
I drop a light into it.
Alright.
Scorching ray
Outside, it looks like there's a hidden compartment back here. You can see that there's a bag.
Are either me or Perry small enough to fit through?
No, it's a hole.
Oh, okay.
You could break the rest of the fresco.
What is the fresco look like?
It looks like a dwarf standing there like this with a big hammer and shield, and there's sort of a big dragon breathing fire at it, so you've got a shield up blocking fire.
And then it's smashed.
It's been vandalized heavily. The dwarf has like... I was going to say it has a mustache drawn on it, but that wouldn't make any sense. Yeah. He already has a mustache, the dwarf.
He's
got
the
like snake lines coming off of him.
He's had the mustache. He's had the beard carved off.
He's had the beard chipped off.
Yeah. So it's just smooth.
The dragon has a mustache on it.
Yeah.
Alright, I got it.
The dwarf has like little angry eyebrows.
I know exactly what to do. I'll make a magical snapshot of how it looks right now. Right? And I'll save that for later. We'll break down the wall, get the stuff behind it, and then I'll fix it.
Hey, Perry, you have a portal.
Yeah, but it's not this big.
Oh, is it only this big?
It's not the size of a fist.
I thought it was like this.
What?
The portal.
The portal you make? Portals you make are like that.
That big?
Yeah.
How big's the bag?
The bag is about this big. It is like a little burlap sack. It's about the size of a baseball.
Then screw that, I'll just take the bag to the portal.
You wormhole the bag to your hand. It lands in your hand. There's a sort of rattling, clattering noise, not unlike this.
Teeth.
It's full of something hard.
It's
Teeth.
Shall I do open the bag?
Yes.
It is teeth. It is a bag of teeth. Each of the teeth has a little sort of sigil engraved on it. Some of the teeth have blood on them.
I'm going to inspect the sigil.
Some of them look human, some of them don't.
I'm still going to
Do
inspect
any
the
look like
sigil.
dragon teeth?
A couple of them, maybe.
I don't do that.
Eat a dragon tooth.
Just going to inspect the sigil that's on it.
You don't think they're magical? They appear to be dwarven letters. You're not sure
Scrabble
what
tiles.
they might be for.
It's for Boggle.
Terrifying dwarven tooth file.
Amazing. These.
Put the tooth back in, close it up, and give it a toss.
Yeah, thanks, you know, just what I wanted, a sack of bloody teeth.
Oh, no, it's the carry.
I can hold on to
I'm not
that.
getting you a sack of teeth.
I can hold on to that for you, if you don't want to hold on to it.
Oh no, it's fine. It's not even the weirdest thing he's asked me to carry today.
I'm curious, what do you consider the weirdest thing?
Well, he's carrying one of your unconscious allies currently.
Oh,
That is
right,
true.
right.
And I'm assuming he grabbed a couple of the porn mags. Just assuming.
The vintage ones.
Yeah. He's gonna resell.
Alright, so are we all done here? Or should we head off?
Oh, you know what? Elodie might need those teeth for something. Something weird with something.
Something weird you don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, side of character, I can say that is what the shady side of the dwarf wanted her to get.
Yeah.
He also very carefully specified not to open it.
Didn't open it.
She didn't do it. Technically.
See, if you open the dice bag, you let the luck in it. No, they're not dice.
Well, there are sigils on it.
There are.
with
You
varying.
could roll them like dice. You're not sure what game involves throwing teeth.
Horrendous.
I think I know what these are. It's a bag of fortune telling.
What?
Yeah, it's like they got bones, they got sigils on them, and then you take some, you shake, put them in there, and then whatever they show up on, like supposedly it's supposed to tell you future or something.
Oh,
Could very well be.
right. Yeah.
Except I have no idea what it would be. So it's absolutely worthless.
To
Yeah.
you, anyway.
Yeah. So in character, we're both just like, that's weird. Tom, hold on to this.
Hold on to this sack of teeth.
Alright, so where are we heading now?
Well, what I honestly think we should do is find a safe place to find a safe place to stash these guys. Wait, is that room like a room, or is it like a living space, or was it just like the thing where the bag of bones was?
The bag of teeth, it was
Yeah.
like a cubby hole.
Okay, damn it. Because I was hoping you'd be like a room that's like a living quarters we could open and then like shove them in and just.
If you actually sort of broke the fresco off and sort of took it away, you could probably cram some people.
We'll find a better room for this. I look for a storeroom.
I'll say you find one in the interest of saving.
Yeah.
bag of teeth.
So I'm gonna say let's.
Looks like it normally holds like ecclesiastical things like candles and robes and stuff.
Yeah.
Throw them in
So
a pile of robes.
yeah, and then bury them in the ropes a little bit.
I got
They'll
it.
suffocate.
I know exactly.
No, it's just like we put like pipes down their mouths. Like,
Okay, so in the storeroom, we'll put in Isabel and Elodie, right? We'll have the Doc 2.0 stand inside, right? So I'm going to instruct it to hold the door closed.
Okay.
until it hears this knock. Yeah. Yes. No, we don't do the second part. Like he has to do that back, and we go yes, and then he opens the door.
No, I got something better. Until it hears it's Perry, let me in.
You have to do just the shave and a haircut parts.
Damn it.
And leave the rest off just to annoy people.
Yep. Okay.
So, crack team of the wizard
And
the
sorcerer.
sorcerer.
Yeah. Two untanky people.
Yep.
Even though I'm basically the tank of this now. God damn it. All right. So next phase of the actually before we close the door, I leave a note telling them about Kraga, the fire, like how the plan is: take out the fire mage, then go after Kraga, where they respectively are usually located. And do you want to say that we found this weird like cubby hole with like something weird in it?
They wouldn't believe us until we showed them.
Okay. Well, we won't put that on the note. We'll also say we couldn't find the horde. It wasn't there.
The orcs had already gotten to it.
Yeah. All the
Did you
poor
guys get those cool healing potions? We bought them
from an orc.
from an orc. He seemed trustworthy.
You know what? I have two of these things. I'm going to stash one in Elodie's pocket.
Sure.
So Isabel is the only one who doesn't get one.
Yep.
I don't know her.
Yeah, no, we don't know her. She's a criminal for all actually she's literally a criminal.
I like how you're about to say
Sorry,
for
sorry.
all we know. No,
No,
you do it.
like, no, that's all that's literally what we know.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what happens. You want to scout out the forge area? I feel like that would be good.
If only I had something that
Don't
could be used
necessarily
to scout
engage in a
with.
fight.
If only there was some sort of
Spirit guide.
spirit you could call upon.
Yes.
Ask to scout areas out for you.
Well,
Where would you get something like that?
I mean, I want to scout it out myself because it'll fill up time, as well as, don't want to fight alone. Maybe, unless you want to, I'm down with that.
Well,
Like I got all my dailies.
you know what we could do? We could disguise ourselves as orcs.
I don't think that'll work. First of all, because he's an orc. Second of all, I'm a half elf. That's not exactly orc size. All right.
I noticed that card says disguise self.
I believe in level 3 it disguise others, but I don't remember. I'll have to double check.
Oh God. Ugh.
Might just be an experimental run.
Maybe I should. No, okay, if we do this, should I do the talking?
Third level causes it to last for an hour. Ninth level lets you target an ally.
Oh wow. Jeez. That's a little
That's quite a step above your punching
pay grade.
weight there.
Your pay grade. Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay.
I got it. I got it.
I'm gonna grab
You'll go on my shoulders, and then we'll disguise ourselves as an orc.
All right.
You mean no? You'll go on my shoulders.
You hold around my waist, and I'll disguise myself as a pregnant orc.
No, wouldn't you go on my shoulders so that you can disguise your face? Because it works on you.
We'll need.
So real
You'll
quick.
need a large trench coat.
Yeah.
So no.
That.
First thing, no. Actually, I had a really good idea. First thing I do is I actually grab the thing off of like the cloth off the altar,
Okay.
and I like cut a hole in the top,
Okay.
so it makes a cloak.
Sure.
You know,
like a
I'm
poncho.
essentially a magical sewing machine.
Whatever. If
You
it looks ragged, it's fine.
You have a poncho that displays a Maglibian symbol, which is a goblin deity. You could probably paint over it, though.
Yeah. I'll just.
Yeah, we'll look for one of the
I'll-
orcs.
I'll
You could
scribble
just
it
press
out.
the digitate that to a different symbol.
All right. Orc deity.
Grumsh.
Okay. So now, dear God, I might have to make like some sort of endurance check.
Depends how long you're planning on hauling Perry's fat ass around. Also, Tom is not hidden at all, but he has blending on his side.
Yeah.
I mean, should we just disguise ourselves as goblins? Do we really need to be an orc?
Goblins are pretty small. Neither of you are small.
I'll crawl on my foot. I'll be a dog. I will be a dog! I have a disguise! Stupid!
Damn it, I was hoping you would remember that. I wanted you to engage this ridiculous process, and then in the middle of it point out, why didn't you just become a dog?
Damn it.
I have 8 wisdom. What's your excuse?
I also have 8 wisdom. I become a dog.
Alright?
Okay, I'll disguise myself as an orc.
Some sort of orcish animal keeper, probably.
Yeah.
You can be an orcish druid with the cloak you're wearing.
No, then someone will try it. Actually, I could try to.
You are a magic caster. You can fake that. You also have another magic caster in
If there's
druid.
no other druids, and if someone asks me what he says, I can just make it up.
He's a mage.
Okay.
Or no, don't even be a druid. Just be a sorcerer, or not sorcerer, like another mage, like wizard, and I'll be your familiar.
Giant familiar.
Yeah.
Actually,
Bark, bark.
I'm going to go to one of the tables and break off the leg.
Okay.
Just carry that. I'm just an orc that hits things.
Okay.
And then you'll surprise him with a fireball to the face. Or acid ball, whatever.
I should have learned that spell. Fireball.
Alright. So, yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. So, that's the plan. Got that set. Let's go scouting out.
Should I roll to see how effective my disguise looks?
I don't think you actually have to roll. I think it just gives people a penalty to look for disguises. Also, I like this idea, I think it's funny.
You should,
Yeah, it just makes their checks harder.
one of your abilities
So
should
you
be
don't have to roll.
should be when you tell me to attack, and then do like a clap, like I bark out a spell.
Yeah. I taught my mage mod a trick.
Yeah.
No. See, these are orcs. It has to come the other end.
You'll pick me up, hold my tail, and just
Squeeze the middle of the
yeah. Can I control that?
Fine.
Yeah, the source.
You want to shoot fireballs at your eyes, lightning out your arse, you go right ahead.
Well, to be fair, it's not lightning; it's random crap. So,
Appropriate.
like literal.
Okay, so
We'll do that. Okay.
where are we
There's the
going?
plan. We're going down into the forge. I'm saying this in my dog form. We're going down to the forge. And we're going to see if we can... We're figuring out what's down there, find anything useful, and if we find the fire mage, we'll like generally just try to keep a track of where he will be, so that when our party members do wake up, we can fight them.
Alright.
I mean, if you like, I mean, honestly, we could probably ambush him Just the two of us? 2-on-1. If it's just him, we can probably 2-on-1 him. So we'll see what happens.
Out of curiosity, why are you looking for the fire mage anyway? If you're not planning on murdering him.
We'll see if he's alone. If he is alone, let's kill him.
I mean, I need to.
Like, we can probably 2-on-1 just one guy.
I need to get a book from the library, so that's why I wanted to go there in the first place.
Okay, then how about we do that?
Alright, sure. You guys gonna walk through the building or through along the outside path?
Which one would make more sense?
If we go around
No idea.
If we go around the outside, we'll be bound to encounter less goblins, specifically because we won't be going through the tavern.
That's true.
If anyone asks, I'll just say
That said, you haven't seen any orcs wandering around in the interior of this area, and the sun's come up a bit.
Let's take a peek outside.
The interior of the pit is still barren of any orcs or any other creatures.
Let's do that. Let's go around that way.
If
'Cause
anyone asks, I'll just say that
we just arrived.
dog sometimes makes really big stink. Worse than troglodyte.
Not possible.
Alright, so let's do that. Oh dear God, you're gonna have a hard time pretending to be an orc. They're gonna speak orc to you. Or goblin.
You all, language barriers aren't really meant to be much of a thing in this game.
Okay.
It's done when it's convenient or would make sense to be an issue.
Okay.
You speak some Orcish.
Okay.
You do not pass as a native speaker.
Yeah. Alright. Me raised with humans. Me hate them.
So you're going along the dirt outside?
Yeah.
Alright. You get about 20 feet before some passing bugbears on the wall up above you sort of glance in and go, we've got food, guys. Do it.
Dog gonna take a shit. Somewhere funny.
Why do that? Why not use catapult? Fling a troglodyte. Always funny.
Too far.
Where'd the lake go?
Good point. Where'd Lake go? You can hear them furring up above. Hang on. Boss probably gonna make us go look.
I whisper to him. Not our problem. Say that.
He wanders off in the direction of the tavern.
Just continue on our way.
Okay. As you pass by the gatehouse here, you can see there the front gate and interior gate both still look like they were broken through. They've been sort of shorn up with some boards in a terrifyingly half-assed fashion. They're still basically hanging on by a thread. You could probably just push them over with just a good kick. Of course. There are, however, a number of bugbears and hobgoblins kicking around up here. You can hear rattling. It seems like they're playing dice games, maybe.
Teeth dice games. With dwarven teeth.
It's actually very loud. Bugbears have the giant hands, right? They're actually using dwarf skulls as dice.
Still in the helmets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Helmeted dwarf heads.
Yep. Dear God. The
The
neck.
noise is
The
astounding.
neck is the one. Because it has the spine.
This is a thing now.
So dark. So dark.
They've actually just taken soup pots,
Yeah.
pounded the edges in so they're a bit square to put them on top of the dwarf so that it kind of has sides.
And of course they use the neck as the one.
Yep. Oh, I rolled double stump.
Oh God. So dark.
Anyway, the hobgoblins don't look like they're participating in this particular game, perhaps because they can't roll the die
Yeah.
effectively. They look like they're sort of standing guard. Yeah, they look like they're standing guard.
Okay.
There's holes in the floor there, like murder holes.
Yeah.
A couple of them are peer through them periodically. A couple of them look at you as you're going by and they sort of yell challenges to you. Demanding to know what you're doing.
Huh.
What are you doing down there?
Found this cool dog.
Oh,
Yeah. Check this out.
Are you gonna fire at them?
No. I'm just going to lift your tail and give it a squeeze.
Alright. Do I need to make an attack roll?
no.
Alright.
Unless you're trying to hit something specific.
Can I make a random enter?
Yes.
It's negative. So it fires out and you just see
It fires out at the wood of the door, which suddenly starts to rot,
Yeah.
peel away, and collapse.
Yep.
And the hobgoblin's like, "What do you feed that thing?" Yeah, I can see why that thing's not allowed in the building. you can stay down there.
Will do.
Perfect. I have the ultimate bluffer.
The parts are literally so bad, they peel paint off of things.
They don't even just peel paint off wood.
And rot.
They rot wood.
Where's the troglodyte?
That is actually worse than troglodyte steak.
Okay. So we continue to the library.
Alright. The door to the library has been kicked open.
When I do encounter a goblin, though, I will immediately, like, when I smell one, I'm gonna, or like very nearby, I'm gonna start barking and like growl.
As you head into the library, you immediately smell lots of goblins. The door looks like it was kicked down a long time ago.
Do I smell them in the immediate vicinity or hear them?
You can hear them pretty easily. There's
I'm gonna bark.
chattering here and there.
I'm gonna bark.
What does the book called again?
Which book?
The one I'm supposed to look for.
I don't think I gave it a name.
Oh.
Or I might have actually. I probably did give it a name and didn't write it
Did
down
I
like
give
an
a
idiot.
description of what it looks like?
Yeah, you know what it looks like. It's a big black book with silver trim on it.
Will it be in the Ironhaunt area?
Possibly.
Okay.
Basically,
You don't know.
what I'm thinking is that it would look
I
strange
think
for
it
an
was,
orc to be looking for a book. Instead, it would order a goblin to do it.
Okay.
I think it was Secrets of the Something. I don't remember
Ask about the Ironhaunt area as well. See if they made any headway.
Alright. Is there anything to tie the dog to near the library?
Probably if you actually want to tie it to something.
Yeah, tie me up.
He might object to you tying it to something.
I
And
like
shoot lightning out of his ass at you.
you just go. I'm gonna tie you up. I go.
It's for appearance. I'm not going to do it tight.
Or you could just carry me like on a leash or something.
Or like
Not
a
even.
wolf-sized dog.
I know.
You're pretty big.
You don't need to like.
You kind of look like a warg.
I'm there as your companion. Don't exactly need to tie me up.
Alright. I'm taking.
I'm also like. Here's the thing. We're going to an area of the goblins, and I'm a huge intimidation factor.
Alright.
A giant wolf dog.
Alright. And we go to the library. First goblin I see, I'm going to go, you, come over here.
He walks over to you sort of slowly, edging closer.
Supposed to find a book. It's big, black, has some stuff on it.
Can I like make myself
Go find it.
Can I make myself drool?
Books. Black ones, silver ones, white ones.
Can I make myself drool while looking at the goblin?
Yeah.
Can I give a more better description?
Yeah. He doesn't seem like he recognizes it. He claims it's probably over there. You're pretty sure he's lying.
I'm gonna go get it.
Okay. He walks over that way. Minutes pass, he doesn't return. I don't know what you were expecting there.
I think the goblin's gone.
I whisper under my breath, we should probably look for it ourselves. Also, ask the goblins about the Ironhaunt section.
Can I find that section?
The library is pretty big. There's lots of a lot of the shelves are actually empty. Looks like most of the books have been taken off, spirited away in various places. There is, however, a large pile of books in the middle of the room. They look like they've been burnt. Like someone's been using. They're still actually smoldering slightly in the middle. Like they're basically using the books as just a source of fire.
Kindling.
A couple of the tattered remains of books you can find in here. They all look like history books, cookbooks, basically non-magical tomes. You would guess that Captain Pyroface has taken all the magic books and doesn't care about the other ones.
Here, chances are he has it.
Possibly.
Ask a goblin about the Ironhaunt section.
You can actually find that without much difficulty. There's a metal caged off section of one area of the library. The shelves in it are full of books, which are all pristine. Just in front of the cage door, there's a pile of dead goblins.
I'm going to pick up one of the goblins and throw it in the cage.
One of the dead ones
Yeah.
bounces off the cage door. Bonk.
I thought something that big would happen.
Do I hear any goblins real nearby?
Yeah, there's a few of them. They're walking around here and there around. Most of them are giving you a wide berth.
Hey, are all the goblins dead?
Bad magic.
Barking at the door.
Barrow says we don't need to try anymore. You're also pretty sure that was a lie.
Yeah. Well, no, I was gonna say,
You don't know who Barrow is, but you guess that might be the pyro guy?
yeah. I was gonna say, you could probably say, well, I say you need to keep trying. And just make it, and then pet me on the head. And I go,
Well, I don't want to just pointlessly kill a goblin. I mean, we're beyond that now.
you and your nature heart.
Hey, chaotic good. When none of the goblins are looking, I'm going to try to inspect the door a little more.
They're always looking at you. They're terrified of you. They're trying to avoid you, but they look at you periodically.
Okay, I'm going to pretend.
You could probably convince them not to pretty easily by telling them to fuck off and quit looking at you.
Alright, I'm going to do that. Just fuck off. Quit looking at me.
They all run away. They stream out of the library in a little goblin row,
Okay.
running off toward the tavern area.
Alright.
The gatehouse.
Right.
That could incur the wrath of the fire mage.
One of the goblins.
To the
trips-
goblins?
One of the goblins trips, falls on his face, skids out of the door, and gets up and keeps running.
Right, I'm going to quickly inspect the door a bit more.
The cage door?
Yeah.
Sure. Give me an intelligence check. See how much you can suss out about this thing.
19 on the dice. Nice.
Yeah. There's a few wards on this thing. You think the main problem is there's basically a life draining ward on the door. If you touch it, it siphons life out of you. It basically uses the life it drains out of people to power itself as a spell. The repeated instances of goblins trying to open it have left it quite at full charge. You think the fastest way to actually defeat that ward would have actually been to not touch it for a few weeks, at which point it would have just worn off.
Real quick question. What happens if you use, like, a stone staff and just went, like hooked it? Like, just like, yeah.
It looks like a couple of the goblins tried that and fell afoul of a different ward. This one actually just launches bolts of fire at you if you try to jimmy or fiddle with the lock on the gate. And you're pretty sure there's another ward just inside that if you walk past it, you will burst into flames.
Interesting.
Actually, not flames, cold. They wouldn't want to throw too much fire around.
Yeah.
What is the condition, though? For, obviously let the Ironhaunt go through, right?
How big are the books?
It looks. You would guess that there's probably a password.
Actually, yeah, how big are the books?
It varies hugely. Some of them are small, the size of little notebooks. Other ones are the size of like, textbooks. Some of them are like the huge style grimoires that like occupy, I don't know, like the size of a table.
Do any of them look like the book I'm looking for?
Not offhand from what you can see, but there's quite a few of them in there. You can't see all of them.
So are the wards specifically like on a door?
They're on the door and the area beyond the door.
Do we... Okay, what if
There's
this...
basically three. One is on the lock mechanism, one is on the door, and one is in the entire area.
Would you like to try using either, like, of the keywords for what the Ironhaunts actually are or have spawned as the password? So
Yeah, is
it'd
this like
be...
a password thing, or?
Yeah, you think it's best.
So it's man, woman, bug demon. I don't know what the third one is. Or the man, the woman.
There are some other. Like,
What's the name of the shield? The guy with the shield.
Logrim was the hero of that shield.
Right. I'm going to say Logan.
Alright? Nothing happens.
The man, the woman, bug demon.
Nothing happens.
Ironhearts are evil.
A bolt of lightning hits you. No. There are actually a couple of books kicking around still on the shelves that have not been set on fire. A lot of them look like they might be journals. Other ones are like mercantile ledgers, things like that.
Any of them look like they might be from the wizard?
Just take a look at those books because there's no point in not reading them.
Except for the time it takes.
Flipping through the books, most of them aren't terribly interesting. You do notice, however, that almost all of them have listed as the author a member of the Ironhaunt family, including all of like the city mercantile ledgers. You're actually having a hard time finding books that aren't written by the Ironhaunts.
In the main area?
Yeah, a couple of them are, but not many.
No, they're really, really old, and I imagine there's a lot of time to write things.
No, that just makes me think that this entire fort was populated by Ironhaunts.
That would have, but no, that one didn't look. The spirit didn't look like an Ironhaunt.
I mean, damn near. Like, a lot of the things. Which is and another reason would be, I couldn't call upon an Ironhaunt spirit because there's no such thing as that.
Huh.
They're just reborn over and over again.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Do we can try to magically dispel them.
Yeah.
It looks like it's weakened in time, but no one's really been working on that.
Try it.
The ward on the lock and the ward in the room beyond look like they've become weaker. The one on the door that life siphons you, that one is running the most.
Alright, so
Just
we
do.
can just remove the one that shoots fireballs and just jimmy the lock open with something.
Probably try and do that.
Yeah. And we can deal with the thing inside. Right. First, I'm going to try to get rid of the thing that shoots fireballs. Or whatever it is.
Would you like to help with this?
Sure. Just like an assist.
Yep.
Cool.
No, you just give me +2.
No. I don't need to roll.
You don't.
18 on the die.
So 20 plus.
Do any that? No.
You manage to disperse the little ward that launches fire darts at people. It fizzles out, sparks. The fire actually erupts throughout the lock and actually melts the lock into slag. So that's convenient.
Pick up one of the stone stabs that the goblins were using. I say that to you and go, pick one of those up.
I'll just slide it across the floor with mage hand to try to push the door open.
Door opens.
Okay. Now, what else is in here?
Crossboard.
The cross.
Frost ward.
Frost.
The one that where you go across, it freezes you.
Right.
Assist again.
13 on the die.
So 15 plus whatever.
20.
A burst of wintry chill funnels out of the doorway directly at you guys.
Let it go.
You each take some damage.
Let it go. Can't hold me back anymore.
I like that movie, Shannon.
It is a good movie. I love that movie. I'm just saying it because it fits.
Each of you take 16 points of damage.
Drink the
Cold
potion.
damage.
Drink the
You
potion.
did dispel it. It's just that the energy went somewhere and it happened to be in your face.
Maybe we should have stood out of the way.
Yeah, whatever.
Perhaps.
Whatever.
Okay.
Don't I get like a fur bonus?
Also, you take half damage.
Yes.
Alright. Close the door with mage hand.
Right?
So I don't get life.
Press the
drained. That's
digitize.
still there?
Yes, it is.
Alright.
Make an illusion that makes it look like the lock is still there.
I'm just going to repair it when I did. So it's actually there.
But you're gonna be locking
The door will be
us
locked.
in.
I'll not repair the lock part. Just the
The
handle.
actual bolt. So you'll just make it look like it's still there and close it. That's
Yeah, but
fine.
If anyone touches it, you want to get drained.
They'll still get drained because they'll be pushing the door, right?
Unless they poke it with a stick.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Ugh."
They initiate and poke it with a stick.
Now, is it like a see-through door or?
It's like a cell door.
It's like cell bars. Okay, so
I mean,
Yeah, you can see through it.
I was thinking put it.
I mean, here's a question. Would I be able to just, like, if the lock were back there again? No, I don't want to touch it. Never mind. I was saying, could I just, like, burning hands it? Could I scorching ray it?
What, the lock?
Yeah. Would that melt
might
it
be
theoretically?
difficult.
Huh?
It might be difficult.
Okay.
Just dwarf it a
Let's
lot.
just leave it alone. Quickly look around and
Alright.
repair it on our way out.
No, okay. Just make it look like it's still there for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poking around in this area, you do find that book you were supposed to find.
I look for any, like, Ironhaunt specific spell books.
There's a few spell books in here. Most of them are sealed shut, like when you try to open them, like stuck. You could probably get them open with some work. One thing you do notice here, though, is most of the books in here look very similar to one another. And glancing at the spine, it just says 1, the next one says 2, the next one says 3, and this just continues on through most of this section.
I grab number 1.
Right?
What does it say? Is it like a title on it or?
There's no title.
Open it up. Oh wait, is it still closed?
I'll let you open it.
I mean, is it still like
This one
fourth?
is not vacuum shut.
Okay. I grab it.
Oh right, you're a wolf.
Paw it open.
Okay, I'll mage
All
hand it
the
open.
pages.
I'll mage hand it open.
Mage hand it open, a gout of lightning comes out of it. Incineration. You're like, that was a good idea. Flipping through this, it looks like a journal.
Does it look like the first man or the first woman?
It looks like it details the story of a woman,
Okay.
and it details that she fell in love with a man who was a skilled warrior, and that they wanted to be together forever. So they sought aid from many mages, but none of them were capable of performing the feat, until eventually they were approached by a woman who offered them immortality in exchange for a favor, and the favor was to keep safe her soul.
Anything? So does it end there?
It does not end there. If you open the other books, it continues on basically the entire life story of the Ironhaunts.
Okay.
What you mostly notice as you read through them is the woman who granted them this boon, you're pretty sure was the Diabolist.
Ah,
And you also work out what keeps them alive. And that is, the Diabolist took her own soul, split it into two parts, and stuck half of it in one of them and half of it in the other one. One of them has all of the Diabolist's magical talents. The other one has all of their physical abilities.
that explains some things about my visions.
Yeah, there's that.
So the Diabolist is a lich, and
She's not a lich.
they are her phylactery.
She's similar to a lich, but she's not dead. Throughout the book, you find that the instances in which the two of them mate and produce something, that is actually meant to be a vessel, which houses the fragments of the soul of the Diabolist, so that if someone kills the Diabolist, that actually metamorphosizes into a new one.
Ah,
So it's like a backup.
okay,
So the Ironhaunts are essentially her backup system.
okay.
One instance you find early on in the book, the first time one of them died, they describe the pain of it being just absolutely agonizing and the worst thing imaginable. And they try to break off from the Diabolist and stop working with her. At which point, both of them got murdered mysteriously. They were reborn, apparently out of nothing. However, they were reborn essentially in a pit next to, like, the cocoon of one of those demonic creatures.
Okay.
And, it apparently can generate, if you kill all of the Ironhaunts, it will apparently generate one of each one again.
Okay.
Like as a duplicate.
Yeah.
However, they were born there in a hidden away pit in the bottom of a mine as babies with no one to look after them. So they starved to death. So they got born again. And they starved to death. They got born again. And they starved to death. For about 300 years.
Okay. So that's okay. Interesting.
So if you're wondering why they're kind of insane and
Yeah.
why they're hoarding food,
yeah. All right. They
it's
don't.
pretty
They
easy to-
they don't like being hungry. Got it.
No.
I understand. All right then.
As the books progress, the writings get increasingly insane
Okay.
and filled with a more and more fervent desire to actually be able to die for good. It appears they don't want to continue this particular trend. They're just more or less being forced to do it so they don't have to endure starving to death for eternity again.
So they're not evil.
They do evil things.
Yeah, but you know, they're not necessarily actually evil. Interesting. So Perry, did I ever tell you about my vision?
Which one?
Let's say I did. Let's say I told you about the one with the hammer and the anvil. The forge hammer and the anvil. With both Diablo's hands going grr, grr, grr. So it seems like we'll be destroying that sometime soon. And by that I mean the Diabolist's influence on this family. And by family, I mean these two people. This is new information that makes things quite difficult.
I'm going to go to one of these spell books. Open up to a random page and see what spell it is.
Okay, first things first. We need to find and kill all of the Diabolist's
Chaos Pulse.
secondary vessels.
An at-will spell targets one random nearby enemy. Charisma plus level versus physical defense does 3d10 plus charisma random energy damage. Unevenness does half damage, and oddness does damage equal to your level.
Wait, what spell?
Chaos Pulse, that one's called.
For what? Or where do you find? Why do you find that?
He opened one of the spellbooks to a random page.
Oh,
And
he
wanted
talk
to know
about
what
it?
spell was on it.
Oh, I know that spell.
It's a sorcerer spell.
Yeah.
Solve the book.
It is, however, a
sorcerer.
spell in this book, and therefore is something an Ironhaunt can cast.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip it over. Is like, are they all these sorcerers or?
Some of them are. Some of them are wizard spells. Some of them are cleric spells.
Alright, I'm gonna look for a wizard one.
You realize it's still based on level, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. You find Blink. Close quarter spell daily. Target you or one nearby ally. Effect for the rest of the battle or for 5 minutes. The target gains resist damage 16+. Enemies who can see invisible creatures ignore this resistance.
Are there any modifications?
Whenever you use a move action, there's a 50% chance you can teleport somewhere nearby instead of physically moving.
Are there any modifications that the Ironhaunts have
I'm
made?
taking notes
that
as I'm
spell?
flipping through these.
Okay.
Are there any modifications that the Ironhaunts have made to these spells that have been clearly written?
Not many of them. A couple of them look like archaic forms of spells, and one or two of them it looks like they might have invented.
Because I'm only questioning Blink because they kind of use that
No,
but
there's a different one.
ultra long range. Okay.
So while I'm going through this, I'm going to be writing down notes.
Yep. You can find instances of pretty much every spell in the books.
I'm gonna look for the biggest grimoire in here.
Alright. There's a giant one. It's full of cleric spells.
Okay, that's not what I was hoping was in there.
Well, this is actually something interesting. I mean, they're not essentially clerics. She's a wizard. So she found a way to cast cleric spells as a wizard.
Or, just cast all kinds of magic because she's a goddamn idol.
Noticing this, I am suddenly very fascinated in this grimoire.
I mean, the Diabolist is an icon.
There's a ritual in this grimoire. It looks incredibly complicated. But it
requires-
apparently imbues you with a shard of essentially clerical vestment. It revolves sacrificing a cleric and essentially binding their soul into an object and then channeling divine magic through it.
I understand.
Okay.
I was gonna say it would require thousands of souls. That's what I thought.
It does not require thousands of souls. It requires a soul.
Good
Requires
news
the soul
is
of a cleric.
I'm not going to be trying this. Bad news
I will.
is Perry knows how to do this now.
You also find a ritual that allows you to trade bodies with someone else.
Yoink. This should be useful.
That one also looks complicated, but you might be able to pull that one off.
With some help. Maybe. Are there any treasure maps in here?
There are maps. None of them are exactly treasure maps.
Are there any maps that seem like treasure maps with an X?
So magic maps. I like magic maps.
There are a number of maps. Many of them have random things marked on them with X's. None of them have mysterious X's with a dotted line leading to them, if that's what you're wondering.
Damn it.
No magic map?
Is there a...
What are you looking for in a magic map, anyway?
Just a magic map.
He's looking for the map from Harry Potter. Tells
There
you
probably would be one of those in here.
we look for it fervently.
Sure. You find a map of Fort Lear.
Yes. Does it tell us where all the people who are inside Fort Lear are?
Possibly. It'd probably make you roll to make it do that.
Only certain people at a certain level? Like people who are above certain... No. They're Ironhaunts. They wouldn't care. It would be up to us to... Wow.
Hey, there you go. Yep.
Good job, Barry.
You have a map which dictates everyone.
Crit. Yep. That.
I botched 4 times last session.
No,
Yes, you did.
I'm saying good job. Wow.
Technically, you botched 3 times and merely failed once.
No, I'm saying good job, dude. Goddamn. Alright, cool.
Yep.
So it tells us where Kraga and the...
Yep. You can see that Kraga is in the city planning office. There are also about 10 random names you don't recognize in there with her.
Okay.
You can see that Barrowmancer, is located somewhere in the mining tunnels under here.
So it would have been bad if we went down there right away.
Is there anyone
You
hiding
can
on my
actually
direction?
see the map of the room that he's currently in. Which looks like this. The tunnel.
You go like this on the map to zoom in.
The tunnel
like
leads
zoom.
out onto a little rock ledge, which extends into a series of over a gigantic pit of magma. There is basically chain bridges, bridges suspended by chains, those little dots, and large metal platforms, which are covered in smelting forges. These circles here are actually big, giant bucket pots, which they put ore in and then lower into the magma to melt them and bring them up. The pots currently are swinging around. Over here is a series of controls. There are a pair of goblins.
Okay.
A goblin at each one.
Okay.
You also see the orc mage, which is denoted as being somewhere over on this opposite side, which has a bunch of forges.
Okay. Okay.
You also see something that says patches marked here. You don't know who that is, though.
Probably some kind of dog.
Maybe.
Demon dog. Is there I'm assuming there's a map room in which we found this. Because...
There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of organization here, actually.
Oh, okay.
They're all the same person. They remember where they put shit.
Okay.
Alright. I think we're done here.
Yeah, we got something really useful.
Alright. I'll stash the map. Let's get out
Real
of
quick
here.
question. Are we going to keep that?
The map?
Yeah.
We're keeping the map.
But we're leaving this place. Not going to be useful outside this place.
It's still a freaking magic map.
Plus, you're planning to take this place back over for the Dwarven Citadel. They might want it.
No, that's essentially what I'm asking. Are we going to sell it back?
Oh. right now. Let's get the hell out
We
of here.
probably shouldn't do that actually, because then the Ironhaunts know we broke in here.
They'll already know someone broke in here. There's wards.
Yeah, but they won't know that we did it, because if they know we did it, we could be in trouble. Especially since we read the whole backstory of their lives.
Then we'll just dump the map somewhere once we're done with
Did
it.
you read all of them? Because that would take days.
I read the first two.
Yeah.
I mean, like I read the most important part.
You've read the first couple, yeah.
Yeah, the most important part of it, which is we're not really that necessarily that evil.
Where's one?
They're a little crazy,
Well,
not necessarily evil.
Currently, he's over there by the tavern.
Surrounded by some other goblins that matter.
Yep. He's actually in the corridor over here. Not quite in the tavern. They're hiding somewhere. They're in a sort of disused, what looks like a bathroom. Getting drunk in the bathroom.
Oh, good. We're actually all right. So now that we're done here, I say we've gathered enough information and we have some useful things. I think we should head back to our friends. Check. Are they still there in the room closet?
Yeah.
Cool. Just making sure. Let's head back to them.
So once we get out of the restricted area, I'm going to.
All of their equipment's gone. No.
Once we
Not our fault.
Once we get back out of the restricted area, I want to repair the lock.
Sure.
Because the last thing I want is to actually no. Ironhaunt's pretty much suffered enough. They don't want to have all their history destroyed. So just going to repair the lock and get the hell out of the library, I guess.
What else are you taking out of there anyway? You're taking that book.
I'm taking a bunch of copied notes, taking the book, and the map.
Just to let you know, if you're actually going to like copy out lots of stuff, it would take like copying out notes takes quite.
For major spells. That would make sense. Or rituals, at least.
It's kind of that thing where you don't want to miss something. Cross all the T's, dot all the I's, right?
Well, you see, this is Perry we're talking about.
It's true.
You could just rip the page out of the book.
You could also just leave the lock broken and the door open and take whatever you want.
Aye.
And if anyone asks, the goblins got in there eventually.
I have a bad experience with destroying books.
Oh, good. That's good. Well, okay. I will be taking the first 2 volumes as well, just because it's good information and could potentially be used by the Ironhaunt hunter people. Stone Song. I always think Stonecutter. Who keeps electric system down? Well then, what do we do? Alright, so yeah, I take those first 2 volumes. I look for any ornate maps that might detail what seems like a location that might hold something valuable. Maybe.
The lair of Regolith.
Yeah.
Look, this massive treasure hoard marked here.
I was there!
It seems like it details that there's a tiny side passage here into a giant room full of gold.
And, interesting. Damn
It looks
it!
like it was just like 4 feet further down the hallway, too.
Don't really want to waste much time.
I'm gonna take that map and just say to myself, God damn, I'm going back.
I'm going to take a random map, not even going
I
to
take
look
that.
at it, and stash it away.
I take that Ironhaunt map.
Sure.
Does it say how to get into that room?
No. It just marks where it is.
I'll blast my way through there. God damn it.
So we're going to get out of the library.
Yeah, we'll head back to the temple.
Well, what about the brothel? You also said that was relatively empty.
No, we're gonna head back to the temple to get our
It's
friends.
sometimes empty.
We're
It's
heading-
basically nothing but beds and pillows, so they've been using it as a place to sleep.
Basically, here's the plan. We're going back, getting our friends. We're gonna go kill the mage, and then we're gonna go kill Kraga. That's the plan.
See if they woke up.
Oh. Yeah, they're just stirring here with 5 minutes left to go. Funny that.
So yeah, we head back. That's the plan.
Alright. Shall we pick this up next week then?
Yes.
We still got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Wait, is there
Is
anything
there
you want to
something in
do?
particular you want to do?
You want to go kill some hobgoblins for no reason? No, I don't.
Hobgoblins have an AC of 20.
Oh dear God. Good thing I target physical defense, even though that's probably high too.
Already had a lot of fun with a hobgoblin there.
Wait a minute. Nope. That would literally only be Perry, who doesn't or who basically doesn't target AC. Everybody else.
What is the requirements of the body switch?
It requires that you have 2 bodies. The
Okay.
one you're trying to switch with, there's several rituals involving preparing it in such a way that it's possible to enter. You basically have to take someone's soul out of it first, then transfer yourself into it, and then you can stick their disembodied soul into something else, such as your old body.
Was there anything detailing where those demon childs are?
The only thing it mentions is that there's only ever one of them at a time.
So we've killed the latest one.
Yeah, which means they've probably been tasked to make it.
Good.
You also realize that
What's the gestation period of Earth?
they
Do we
don't
know?
actually birth until the Diabolus dies.
No,
in some
what I
manner.
mean was like when they create it.
Read it. A couple of days.
Okay. So it's been enough time for them to create one. Damn it.
Because what I'm thinking is, we could sneak over to this troll.
You know
maybe
that the reason they now hate each other is basically just resentment over the years
Mm-hmm.
of
Like-
their situation,
like,
basically.
we can sneak like into a room underneath the troll's current
I think
location,
being married for 20 years is bad.
Yeah. Try.
and then
They literally can't leave
Eternity.
each other.
Yeah.
what I'm thinking is that we could go to
I feel
underneath.
bad now.
We can go to a room underneath the room where the troll is. Put ritual sigils on the ceiling, right? And
That's
then,
why you gave us that ritual. She has
Sure,
no
I'll
body.
take credit for that.
She has no body. She has no body. That'll work.
Well, then we'll just not complete the whole entire ritual.
Alright.
You can certainly get under there and set that up, so that you could get
We'll
hell
do
yeah.
that after the fire mage.
Yeah, get
Kill
hell yeah about
the
it.
weaker guy first. Makes our lives easier. Or actually, no. You know what? We could do the ritual. Get the giant ogre on our side. Then, whatever.
You know the body has to be prepared as well.
Is she sleeping?
Not presently.
We'll do that later then. Kill the guy first.
What is required in preparation?
A pretty extensive preparation of the circle, as well as essentially an object to house a soul temporarily. If you have a disembodied soul, you probably don't require one. Other than that, you need some special paint ground up and prepared in advance that you paint over the body.
I guess I can prepare these things in advance.
We'll do that later. We kill the fire mage, then we'll do the body switch.
Sure.
After soundly
We'll
defeating
say,
her.
we'll say you're preparing components while you wait for your buddies to wake up.
Yeah.
Alright, so with that, I think we will cut the session. And I shall see you all next week. Hopefully, more members of the party showing up.
At least one more, I think we'll be okay. At least one.